to recap on what we have learned from Chapter 14 and Chapter 15 from the Principles of Marketing. First, we'll start with Chapter 14, engaging customers and communicating customer value. So here, these will be the objectives for the first chapter. First, we're going to discuss a promotion mix. So a company's promotion mix, it's marketing communications mix. It consists of a specific blend of advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, public relations, and direct and digital marketing that the company uses to engage its customers, to communicate customer value and build customer relationships. There will be 5 of these promotion mix tools. 5 major. First, we have advertising, which is paid non-personal presentation and promotion of ideas, goods, or services by an identified sponsor. And there's sales promotion, short-term incentives to encourage purchase or sale of a product or service. Then personal selling, personal presentation by a firm sales force for the purpose of engaging customers, making sales and building customer relationships. And then public relations, building good relations with the company's various publics by obtaining favorable publicity, building up a good corporate image, and handling or heading up unfavorable rumor stories and events. Then we have the direct and digital marketing. We will engage customers directly with the targeted individual advertisements and customer communities to obtain an immediate response and build customer relationships that last long. Then we're going to talk about integrated marketing communications. So we focus on content marketing, which is creating, inspiring, and sharing brand messages and conversations with consumers across a fluid mix of paid, owned, earned, and shared channels. So advertisers are now adding a broad selection of more specialized and highly targeted media and content, which will include online, mobile, and social media to smaller customer segments with more personalized, interactive messages to build good relationship with the customers. Doing this, they will risk creating a confusing mess of communications for our customers. So to prevent this, companies will adopt the concept of integrated marketing communications, which is just a carefully blended mix of promotional tools. So guided by an overall integrated marketing communications strategy, the company works out the roles that the various promotion tools and marketing content will play, and to the extent to which each will be used and how it will be used. Then it carefully coordinates and controls the promotional activities and timing of major campaigns.
Learning objective number 3: develop an effective marketing communication. A view of the communication process. Today, marketers are moving toward viewing communications as managing ongoing customer engagement in relationships with the company and its brand. To communicate effectively, marketers need to understand how communication works. Communication involves 9 elements. The sender and the receiver are the major parties in a communication. The message and the media are the major communication tools. Finally, encoding, decoding, response, and feedback are major communication functions. And the last element is noise in the system. So sellers need to know what audiences they wish to reach and what responses they want. They must be good at encoding message that take into account how the target audience decodes them. They must send message through media that reach target audiences, and they must develop feedback channels so that they can assess an audience response to the message. The next one is steps in developing effective marketing communication. So there are total 6 steps. The first step is identify the target audience. A marketing communicator starts with a clear target audience in mind. The target audience will heavily affect the communicator's decisions on what will be said, how it will be said, when it will be said, and where it will be said, and who will say it. The second step is determine the communication objectives. The target audience may be in any of the 6 buyer readiness stages, the stages consumers normally pass through on their way to making a purchase. Firstly, the marketer must build awareness and knowledge, as the target market may be totally unaware of the product. Once prospective clients become aware of your business, they begin the next process of learning more about your products and services, acquiring knowledge about what you offer. Then the marketers want to move buyers through successively stronger stages of feelings, including liking, preference, and conviction. Finally, some members of the target market might be convinced about the product but not quite get around to make the purchase. The communicator must lead these consumers to take the final step, purchase. The third one is design a message. When putting a message together, the marketing communicator must decide what to say, which is message content and how to say it, which is message structure and format. Message content, the marketer has to figure out an appeal or that will produce the desired response. There are 3 types of abuse: rational abuse, emotional abuse, and moral abuse. Rational abuse relate to the audience self-interest. They show that the product will produce the desired benefits. Examples are car insurance and tutoring, ads for medication, cookware, and cleaning products are also more likely to contain rational abuse. Emotional abuse attempt to stir up either negative or positive emotions that can motivate purchase. Communicators may use emotional abuse ranging from love, joy, and humor to fear and guilt. Take guilt and for example. It appeals to the concerns of fathers by using actual sandpaper and research to show the importance of skin-to-skin contact with a newborn baby and the effects it could have later on. Moral appeals are directed to an audience's sense of what it is right and proper. They are often used to urge people to support social causes, such as a cleaner environment or add to the disadvantaged. Message structure. Marketers must also decide how to handle 3 message structure issues. The first is whether to draw a conclusion or leave it to the audience. The second message is whether to present the strongest arguments first or last. And the final is whether to present a one-sided argument or two-sided argument. Message formats. To attract attention, advertisers can use novelty and contrast, eye-catching pictures and headlines, distinctive formats, message size and position, color, shape, and movement. The next step is choose the media through which to send the message. There are 2 broad types of communication channels: personal communication and non-personal communication channels. Personal communication channels are channels through which 2 or more people communicate directly with each other, including face-to-face, on the phone, via mail or email, or even through an internet chat. Word-of-mouth influence is the impact of the personal words and recommendations of trusted friends, family, associates, and other consumers on buying behavior. One survey found that recommendations from friends and family are far and away the most powerful influence on consumers worldwide. Non-personal communication channels are media that carry message without personal contact or feedback, including major media like newspapers and magazines, television and radio, billboards and posters, company websites, and social media sites, are atmosphere and events like grand openings and shows and exhibits. The next step is select the message source. Message delivered by highly credible or popular sources are more persuasive. Thus, many food companies promote to doctors, dentists, and other healthcare providers to motivate these professionals to recommend specific food products to their patients, and marketers hire celebrity endorsers like well-known athletes, actors, musicians, and even cartoon characters to deliver their message. And the final step is collect feedback. Feedback on marketing communications may suggest changes in the promotion program or in the product offer itself. The communicator would like to ask target audience members whether they remember the content, how many times they saw it, what points they recall, how they felt about the content, and their past and present attitudes toward the brand and company.
Setting the total promotion budget and mix. Setting the total promotion budget. One of the hardest marketing decisions facing a company is how much to spend on promotion. How does a company determine its promotion budget? Here, we look at 4 common methods used to set the total budget for advertising: the affordable method, the percentage of sales method, the competitive parity method, and the objective and tax method. Affordable method. Some companies use the affordable method. They set the promotion budget at the level they think the company can afford. Some businesses often use this method, reason that the company cannot spend more on advertising than it has. Unfortunately, this method of setting budgets completely ignores the effects of promotion on sales. It tends to place promotion less among spending priorities, even in situations in which advertising is critical to the firm's success. It leads to an uncertain annual promotions budget, which makes long-range market planning difficult. Percentage of sales method. Other companies use the percentage of sales method, setting their promotion budget at a certain percentage of current or forecast sales, or they budget a percentage of the unit sales price. The percentage of sales method is simple to use and helps management think about the relationships between promotion spending, selling price, and profit per unit. Despite these claimed advantages, however, the percentage of sales method has little to justify. It wrongly views sales at the cost of promotions rather than as the result. Competitive parity method. Still, other companies use the competitive parity method, setting their promotion budgets to match competitors' outlays. They monitor competitors' advertising or get industry promotions spending estimates from publications or trade associations, and then set their purchase based on the industry average. 2 arguments support this method. First, competitors' purchase represent the collective wisdom of the industry. Second, spending what competitors spend helps prevent promotions wars. Objective and task method. The most logical budget setting method is the objective and task method, whereby the company sets its promotion budget based on what it wants to accomplish with promotions. This budgeting method entails defining specific promotion objectives, determining the tasks needed to achieve these objectives, and estimating the cost of performing these tasks. The sum of these costs is the proposed promotion budget. Shaping the overall promotion mix. The nature of each promotion tool. Advertising can reach masses of geographically buyer at a lower cost per exposure. Enables the seller to repeat a message many times. Television's advertising can reach huge audiences. Beyond its reach, large-scale advertising says something positive about the seller's size, popularity, and success. Because of advertising's public nature, consumers tend to view advertised products as more legitimate. Advertising is also very expensive. It allows the company to dramatize its products through the artful use of visuals, print, sound, and color. Advertising also has some shortcomings. Although it reaches many people quickly, mass media advertising is impersonal and lacks the direct persuasiveness of company salespeople. Personal selling. Personal selling is the most effective tool at certain stages of the buying process, particularly in building up buyers' preferences, convictions, and actions. Sales promotions. Sales promotion includes a wide assortment of tools, coupons, contacts, discounts, premium, and orders, all of which have many unique qualities. They attract consumer attentions, engage consumers, offer strong incentives to purchase, and can be used to dramatize product offers and boost second sales. Public relations. Public relations is very believable. News stories, features, sponsorships, and events seem more real and believable to readers than ads do. PR can also reach many prospects to avoid salespeople and advertisements. The message gets to buyers as news and events rather than as a sales-directed communications. Direct and digital marketing. The many forms of direct and digital marketing, from direct mail, catalogs, and telephone marketing to online, mobile, and social media, all share some distinctive characteristics. Promotion mix. Strategies. Marketers can choose from two basic promotion mix strategies. Push promotion or pull promotion. A push strategy involves pushing the product through marketing channels to final consumers. Using a pull strategy, the producer directs its marketing activities toward final consumers to induce them to buy the product. Integrating the promotion mix. Having set the promotion budget and mix, the company must now take steps to see that each promotion mix element is smoothly integrated. To achieve an integrated promotion mix, all of the firm's functions must cooperate to jointly plan communications efforts. Many companies even include customers, suppliers, and other stakeholders at various stages of communications planning. Socially responsible marketing communication. Advertising and sales. Promotion. By law, companies must avoid false or deceptive advertising. Advertisers must not make false claims, such as suggesting that a product kills something when it does not. Sellers must avoid bait and switch advertising that attracts buyers under false pretenses. A company's trade promotions activities also are closely regulated. Beyond simply avoiding legal pitfalls such as deceptive or paid and switch advertising, companies can use advertising and other forms of promotion to encourage and promote socially responsible programs, actions, and ideas. Personal selling. A company's salespeople must follow the rules of fair competitions. Most states have enacted deceptive sales acts that spell out what is not allowed. Different rules apply to consumers who are called on at home or who buy at a location that is not the seller's permanent place of business versus those who go to a store in search of a product. Advertising and public relations. Advertising can be traced back to the very beginnings of recorded history. Modern advertising, however, is a far cry from these early efforts. A wide range of not-for-profit organizations, professionals, and social agencies also use advertising to promote their causes to various target publics. Marketing management must make four important decisions when developing an advertising program: setting advertising objectives, setting the advertising budget, developing advertising strategy, message decisions and media decisions, evaluating advertising effectiveness.
In major advertising decisions, the first step is to set advertising objective. Also, the advertising objective is a specific communication task to be accomplished with a specific target audience during a specific period of time, and it can be classified by their primary purpose. And the table lists examples of each of the specific objectives. First of all, the informative advertising is used when introducing a new product category. In this case, the objective is to build primary demand, and persuasive advertising become more important as competition increases. For instance, when the HDTV become established, Samsung trying to persuade the consumer that the brand offer the best quality for their money is Samsung. And some persuasive advertising has become comparative advertising or attack advertising, which a company directly or indirectly compare its brand with one or more other brands. The Pepsi has long taken direct aims at rival Coca-Cola with comparative ads. There are few things that grab our fan attention as much as seeing our beloved blue and that red next to each other, say the Pepsi marketer. And finally, the reminder advertising is very important for major products, and it helps to maintain customer relationship and keep consumer thinking about the product. A recent ad campaign for soy milk tells consumers to go back in love with soy milk, reminding them of the many reasons that will help you love. And about the advertising budget is the dollar and other research all located to a product and the company advertising program. A brand advertising budget often depends on its stage in the product life cycle. And the advertising strategy is the advertising strategy by which the company accomplishes an advertising objective. It consists of two major elements: creating advertising messages and selecting advertising media. When creating the advertising message and brand content, the advertising can succeed only if it engages consumer and communicate well. And good advertising message content are especially important in today's costly and cluttered advertising environment. Breaking through the clutter, today digital visualize and even viewer a rich new set of information and entertainment options. The internet, video streaming, social and mobile media, tablet and smartphone and the other. And to break through the clutter, many marketers have subscribed to a new merging of advertising and entertainment. And it takes one of two these forms. First is advertisement, make ad and brand content themselves so entertaining, also useful that people want to watch them. Second one is brand integration, also called brand entertainment, involve making the brand an inseparable part of some other forms of entertainment or content. The related form of brand integration is so-called native advertising. The sponsor content, advertising, and other brand product online content that look in forms and function like other natural content surrounding it on a web or social media platform. And in the first step in creating effective advertising content in message and content strategy is to plan a message strategy, the general message that will be communicated to the consumer, including style of life, lifestyle, fantasy, mood or image, musical, personality, simple, technical expertise, specific scientific evidence, and the others. The advertiser must choose a tone, use memorable and attention work in the ad, and it has three important elements. Firstly is format element. It makes a difference in ad impact as well as its cost. And in print display ad, the illustration is the first thing the reader notices. It must be strong enough to draw attention. Next is the headline. It must effectively incite the right people to read the copy. And finally, the copy, the main block of text in the ad, must be simple but strong and convincing. Moreover, the novel format can help an ad stand out from the plotter. Like in this showing William ad, the eye-catching illustration delivers the bulk of well-color text message. And finally, the consumer generate content, taking advantages of today's digital and social media technologies. Many companies are now tapping consumer for marketing content, message ideas, and even actual ads and videos. Sometimes the results are outstanding, but sometimes they are forgettable. And the consumer generate content can make customer an everyday part of the brand, like GoPro. Some of GoPro users make content is so good that the company GoPro licensing division now license it to other brands for use in their own promotional campaign, inviting them to use the best of GoPro to tell your story. And about selecting advertising media, about the advertising media is the vehicle through which advertising messages are delivered to their intent audience. There are four major steps. One is determining reach, frequency, impact, and engagement. There are some examples. Engaging the right consumer, which the right media work well for Mazda. Using the highly targeted digital campaign, it saw a 100 model of its iconic Mazda MX-5 Yata car in only 10 minutes on their 25th anniversary. And the second one is choosing among major media types. The third one is selecting specific media vehicle. In selecting this, the media planner must balance the media cost against several media effectiveness factors. And finally, deciding on the media timing. Decide how to schedule the advertising over time. Most firms do some seasonal advertising. In the return on advertising investment, the net return on advertising investment divided by the cost of the advertising investment. The advertiser should regularly evaluate two types of advertising research: the communication effect and the sale and profit effect. And there are other advertising considerations. First, how will the company organize its advertising content functions? Who will perform and which advertising tasks? Second, how will the company adapt its advertising strategy and program to the complex of the international market? For the organization for advertising, the advertising agency is a marketing service firm that assists companies in planning, preparing, implementing, and evaluating all of portions of their advertising program. And in the international advertising decisions, some advertisers have a tendency to support their global brand with highly standardized worldwide advertising, like McDonald's. It has unified its global advertising under the familiar I Loving It theme in all its 100 plus markets worldwide, including China. And the advertiser might develop global strategies to guide their overall advertising effort. Specific advertising program must usually be adapted to meet local culture and custom media characteristics and regulations.